But I want to correct a couple of statements. There's nothing in perpetuity here. When you sign that lease, it is clearly stated that you may opt out of that fee at any given time. If you get a bonus 3 days after you sign and you're in, and you want to give the landlord your $2,000 or $1,000 or whatever that number might be, give it to them and opt out of the fee. There is nothing in perpetuity. It is not a junk fee. That's nonsense. The fact is, Rep. Chambliss told the story last year. He mentioned today, I, as a former school teacher making $409 a month take home, my first year teaching, had to go and beg on my hands and knees to get into an apartment with a landlord that luckily gave me the opportunity to pay an extra $50 a month. When I hear $500 and $100, I think the statement is very clear that the market will tell you what people are going to sign. If they say it's $500 a month extra, nobody's going to sign that lease. You're going to move on down the road. Now, you may not be where you want to be. The idea is this bill is designed to get you in a place where you want to be, closer to schools, closer to your work. Maybe you just don't have the money because you need a new car. There are a multitude of reasons why we may opt in for this. There's a multitude of reasons why you may want to opt out. But I've seen the fees as low as $11 a month in New York City, and I've seen the average is $25 on $1,500. That's not a junk fee. That lets me live where I need to live. There's a lot of young kids up here. They're all going to struggle. Coming out of local government, I'm very familiar with workforce housing. Most of you will close your eyes and think, oh, you live in the Florida Keys, everybody's wealthy. Well, that is nonsense. What makes us wealthy are the billionaires that live there, and the rest of us, if you make less than about $120,000, you basically live in a poverty level. So don't tell me that, it's a junk fee, because I have too many friends of both parties that think this is a great bill when you ask the people on the street, would this benefit you? Because we hear what attorneys say and what organizations say, but I haven't heard anybody say, my constituents said, I don't like that. I don't want the opportunity. You're denying people the opportunity to better themselves by voting no on this bill. I'm sorry. I've had a long week, and I've patience a little thin right now, I'll tell you that. I like the fact that we do have spirited conversation. I like the fact that those amendments were there. I think that we now hold the record for the most amendments. But the fact is, you're not going to solve workforce housing and affordable housing with any one bill to ever come out of here. That's just not going to happen. It's going to take a team effort and all hands on deck. And this is just another hand on deck that's probably going to help somebody get where they need to be at that moment. I'm not asking you to vote up or down for this, because honestly, you need to be thinking about your constituents that can use this to better themselves. Not me, not the people who have this. Again, this process is in play right now in Florida. This isn't new. We're not going to create something new next week. The governor signs this bill. It's nothing new. What we've done, though, is protect the tenants. We talk about, you don't get anything back when you leave. Guess what? If I give my $3,000 I had to pay a deposit up front to live over here, I got no guarantee I'm getting that back either. And by the way, it can take up to 30 days to get that $3,000 back. Up to 30 days. You don't just get $3,000 back. They see a spot, it's $100. It's this. There's no guarantee you get any of your deposit back technically. Yeah, most of us in here are probably taking care of our apartments and our homes as we grew up and moved forward in life. But the fact is, there are no guarantees in life, period. So that's the nut right there. Don't think that this is it's not going to solve the problem of workforce housing, but it's not going to hurt the problem of workforce housing. And guess what? Again, you can opt in and you can opt out at any time. There is nothing that says it is absolutely set in stone forever. That's nonsense. And I'm going to tell you it's nonsense. I'm not going to listen to it anymore. It's nonsense. It's false narrative. It's wrong. It's wrong to do that. I'm sorry, but you don't usually hear me talk like this, but I'm telling you it's false narrative. I think it's wrong for your constituents to not have the opportunity to make the decision themselves. Who are we to tell them how you're going to pay for rent? That's not my job. It's not your job, but give them the opportunity to decide for themselves. You talk $25 a month. Guess what? That is 2 number ones through Burger King, a medium with cheese. You hit $25 just like that. You think that fee is a big deal, $25 a month? Don't go to Burger King for one time through the drive-through. Your fee's paid. But guess what? Parking fees, dog fees, fob fees, spa fees, pool fees, they're everywhere. This is not a junk fee. This gets you and your family or you where you need to be at that moment, period. And with that, I close.